Hi there. I wanted to bring up something that we are talking about over on Localtude because many of you have asked me, what are you doing? And so, what I'm doing is I'm having a conversation in the world. I'm starting a conversation for small businesses that needs to happen. Um, you know, how many of you want to support small businesses? Raise your hand. We all want to support small businesses, but it's tough. So, um, all I'm doing is starting that conversation in the world because I think it really needs to start happening. We need to start talking about not just that small businesses should be able to survive in this crazy corporate world we live in, and not only that small businesses are being buried by corporate competition, and not only that small businesses are never seen because it's too noisy out there, and the hustle, the hustle that small business owners go through is just, it's outdated. And so what I've been spending the last 2 years of my life doing is creating a solution for that. But what I realized is that more so than that, hi Kira, more so than that, it is about a conversation, a bigger thing, a movement that needs to happen in this world. Not just a, hey, let's do a movement towards small, but an actual movement towards small businesses, towards supporting small business owners, toward moving profits from corporations into communities, because that's where they belong. We talk all this big talk, but nobody really knows how to do anything about it. And so we're going to start doing something about it. And this is a big deal. We are excited about this. It's a big deal because, yes, I created an app. It's called Localtude. It's going to be live on the app stores in 2 weeks. But we're doing so much more than that. That's like the boat, the avenue that carries small businesses to their communities and connects them directly. But it's not really what it's about. It's really about the fact that we as communities need to become advocates for the small businesses in our communities, and not just by thinking we want to support them, but by actually doing something about it. And that doing something about it, it's not my app. I mean, my app is going to be a great resource, a tool, right? But it is so much bigger than that. And one of the challenges is that we don't know how to support small businesses. It's hard. It is not convenient. It's not top of mind. And when you want something, you can't find it, right? Because you're like, okay, let's go out to eat tonight. Yeah, let's go somewhere we've never been before. Yeah, let's go to a local spot. Now how do we find it? Well, there's this place, I think it's maybe on this road, or somebody told me about this place, but I can't remember the name of it, or let's just go to our old standby. It's not like you can jump on Google and find a new place to go, because Google's not going to show it to you. And so we need to start shifting things. We need to start moving things from where they've been back to some old-fashioned values of communities getting behind the small businesses that are there in their communities and start supporting them with new, innovative, creative, old-fashioned ideals. And we are starting that conversation. We're starting to teach communities different ways to support the small businesses in your area, because it is important that we start to help consumers understand how to do that, because it's not exactly the easiest thing in the world. And we've got some really neat experts that are coming in to talk, and some fun ways that we've been kind of developing to figure out that aren't going to cost you a penny, but just ways that you can start actively engaging and supporting the small businesses in your town, wherever you are, because we do have to re-educate consumers. We had all this promise of things coming in, that we were like, oh, this will be great, this will be great, this will be great. But at the end of the day, it's still really tough to find small businesses to support, and tough to know how to support them. Especially if you don't necessarily have the resources to eat out every night. How do you do it? Especially if you can't really afford the specialty prices or this or that. We've got some really cool stuff coming to you this week, so we hope you will tune in at Localtude and start being a part of that conversation as a consumer. Start figuring out a way you can play a part in it, and it doesn't have to be expensive. It doesn't have to be impossible. It doesn't have to be hard. And we're not offering, oh, you could buy this, you could do this, No, what we're doing is we're starting a conversation. We want you to be part of that conversation. Come in and talk to us. Come in and be a part of it. Share your ideas with us. Share your ideas with the community. But we are also, at the same time, starting to educate small business owners how to connect directly to their communities and cut out the middle guy. Cut out all of the frustrations and, oh my gosh, the social media spin, we call it, around here, we call it the sludge, the social media sludge. I think I'm coining that term. It is exhausting. And as a small business owner myself, I get that. It's tough. And it's tough when you put all this effort and all this time and all this money and all this energy into something that doesn't end up working. We need to start changing that. And the way to do that, this epiphany I had, was there is a way to do it. And it's so simple. And all it is taking small business owners and connecting them directly to their communities without the corporations in the way, without the corporations profiting, without the corporate entities, succeeding when the small businesses fail. No, that's the wrong way to do it. So we are educating consumers on how to support small, and we are also educating small business owners on ways they can directly connect to their communities that they might not have thought about. So we hope you will join that conversation and be a part of what we're doing, because we really do believe it is essential now. It's really important. And it's not even going to cost you a penny. It just means that you get engaged, get to be a part of it, get to share ideas with a bigger community. And everybody always asks me, well, okay, this whole Localtude thing, is it local to where? The whole idea is it's local to wherever you are. So if you live in Timbuktu, Arizona, then it's Timbuktu, Arizona. Small businesses you are supporting, it doesn't matter where you are. This can be nationwide. Heck, really the conversation we're having, it should be, across the world. But we are focused on the United States because that's where we are, and everybody's talking about it. Our president, our vice president, they're all preaching the same thing. We've got to support small businesses are the backbone of our economy. We have to focus on small business, but where's the how? And here are some tips. So this week we are going live. Excuse me. I decided to swallow a bug. We are going live 4 days a week, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and we are going to be doing it right around the lunch hour here on the Pacific Coast, so we'll help you catch us wherever you are. And we are going to start having this conversation, and that's all we're doing. For a lot of you who asked, no, the app is not on the app stores yet. It got bounced back to us again, so we are doing some changes, and we are going to be resubmitting it on Monday, and hoping, cross your fingers, hoping within 2 weeks it will be again live on the App Store. And until then, there's no reason we can't start this conversation. So we're going to start this conversation and get in there and start giving you tips and tricks and ways to really be a part of what needs to happen in America, what your neighbors need you to do, what your family members who own small businesses need you to do. We don't always know how to help. So we're going to talk about how to help, how to change the way things have been for 100 years and move them back to community, move them back to supporting small, intimate business owners, and not just small as in the IRS codes and the SBA codes of 1,500 employees and 500 employees. No, we're talking micro businesses, mom and pop shops. We're talking solopreneurs. We're talking about those moms who are at home doing amazing things while raising kids. That's what we're focusing on. How do we support those people? How do we bring that money back into our communities and keep that money in our communities? How do our communities thrive? So if you want to be part of this conversation, part of this movement, we welcome you to the Localtude family, and we hope that you will join us as we go live. You will see all sorts of fun and silliness and goofiness, and I hope you'll join us in it. And for now, I hope you have an absolutely fabulous, wonderful rest of your Sunday. All right. Ciao, guys.